Hi everyone, this is kind of random, but today I'm just going to do a quick how I do my makeup. I'm 40 years old and I just want to show you what I do for daily makeup. It's really simple. So come along with me and I'll show you how I make it work. So I want to start by saying I don't wear foundation, but I use this tinted moisturizer as kind of my foundation. So that's already, I put that on several hours ago when I first washed my face and applied that. So I'm going to start with the basics. Here's my concealer. Maybelline Erase, and I've never done my makeup. I'll just use my mirror here. So all I'm going to do is put it around my purple circles. If there's one thing I do, it is this. And I've learned that I don't need to get expensive department store stuff or Ulta, Sephora. I just do drugstore and it all works just fine. Over the years, it's taken me a long time to realize that. There we go. A little brighter already, right? All right, next we're gonna go in with concealer. This is the one thing I do spend kind of money on, but I don't have to buy it often. It's a Makeup Forever Full Concealer. I've been using this for, man, probably a good 20 years. Not this exact bottle, but this particular formula here. So I just put a little bit on this. I don't even know what this brush is. I think this is a contouring brush, but I use it as like a concealer brush. It's the Real Technique, so I believe I got this at just any kind of drugstore. And this is what I use to cover up any red marks. I have really fair skin, so anytime I get a breakout or anything, this is what I use to conceal that. Just keeping it real. Skin's not perfect. And I just kind of dab that around. There we go. This is phenomenal at covering redness. It's not perfect. It's not going to camouflage it perfectly, but I really like it. See, it's not perfect. I'll try it a bit more, and that's okay if I don't fully conceal it. But it is improved. I'm just dabbing it. And I want to kind of blend it too, because you don't want to be super obvious, like, oh, there's a concealer spot on your face. Oh, I'm going to make do with that. All right, so concealers are done. All right, next I'm going to go in. I have this e.l.f. HD finishing powder, which is almost gone, but I use it up. I take this little brush here and I just swirl it around, and this is, I set my eyes right here, just put it under my eyes. And then I get a little oily right here, so I just put it right here in my forehead, in the middle there. There we go. Already I feel like that just gives me a nice kind of even look to my skin. Bronzer. I just started using this Laura Geller bronzer. This is in the color Fair. I use this kind of tapered, once again, the Real Techniques brush. Swirl it in, and I always tap it off. I go in cheekbone. I've never done it, my makeup like this before, so this is kind of interesting. And I also go into my eyelids to add some color there. There we go. We're gonna do it again. My other cheek. And my eyelid, and then with the leftovers I'm going to go up on my forehead. There we go, just to bring in some warmth. There we go. Skin tone, it looks a little brighter, a little more alive. Now the next essential thing, if you can't tell, look at these brows. I mean, was I a product of the 2000s thin brow or not? Can you tell? You got some majorly thin brows there, but you're gonna be amazed at how I can make these guys look different. Start here. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Cool Ash Brown. You just begin lightly filling it from the front. And mind you, some days are good brow days and some days are bad brow days. We'll see what we're gonna have today. I've been told, don't use this technique, do a different technique. You know what? You have to find out what works for your brows. My brows are sparse and they're different than a lot of other women's brows that I see on camera. So I found a technique that works for me, and that's it. I'm just lightly kind of coloring in all these gaps here. I'm going to go on the inside, and I'm going to just lightly, ever so lightly, kind of go upward. And I'm going to use the comb, try to kind of blend things in, and I'm going to go up. See that gap there? I don't know what that is. I've had that gap for years. I didn't tweeze right there. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's just like I have this little gap there on my eyebrow. I find that my eyebrows always look better when I do them facing the direction of the sun, which is not the case today. So it might be a bad brow day, but that's all right. Makes you appreciate the good brow days. I go into with this control. I've just started using eyebrow gel, and I'm going to go ahead and go in. Usually I wait till both brows are done to make sure they're even, but I'm going to go ahead and go in now. And I'm just going to comb them upward. The reason I go in upward is because my eyebrows are not symmetrical. And by doing this, I'm able to create some balance in the way that I comb them. See, they look a little like mangy, and I've never really been a fan of that, but I noticed for me, it just works better for my brows to get more symmetrical looking. That's fine. We're going to go into this brow, which is the more difficult of the two brows. So I always do this one first. It's like my guide. And then I head over here. Sorry, get that out of the way. I kind of almost have like an invisible line. There we go. It's almost like I had to create my own little line there. Do you see that? I'm going to go ahead and go in with the comb again and kind of go upward. Now I'm going to go to the inside and I'm just going to draw a solid line. And the reason I do that, once again, like I said, is my brows are very unsymmetrical. I have to create symmetry by drawing that line upward. Do you see that? All right. Now I'm going to go in the inside, and just like I did in the other brow, I'm going to gently go upward. All right, now we're going to comb these guys up. The goal is to make it look as natural as possible. I don't want it to look drawn on, even though they're very drawn on. I don't want it to look that way. Okay. See how uneven those are? The brows for me are the most annoying. Most time-consuming part of the makeup process is my brows. And like I said, some days I have good brow days, and other days it's all bad news. Okay, anyways, I'm just gonna stop there. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with that eyebrow gel. I'm gonna use my mirror here, and we're gonna comb upward. And by going upward too, I'm kind of concealing that harsh line that I drew on the top. But more than anything, it's trying to get these guys symmetrical. So, because this one's thinner and lower than that one. All right, I think that looks okay. They're not perfect, that's all right, but I mean, I could sit here and scrutinize them all day. There's things about this one I don't like right now. But sometimes you gotta pick and choose your battles. And I'm not leaving the house today, so I just look at it like, it's fine. Okay? But now you get it, you get the gist of how much effort goes into just trying to get my brows symmetrical. So that's it. I like this color. I feel like it really helps. Having the right color always helps. Okay, so normally I would stop here. This is just my daily makeup, but I'm gonna go a step further. I'm gonna show you how I do the rest of my makeup just for fun. So I just purchased a new, I had the Everyday Faves from Ulta. I had it for like 4 or 5 years. Of all people, I should know, so being a skincare guru, it's not good to keep makeup that long. So I just recently invested in a new one, which was way more than this one. And look at the cheap quality. Cardboard. Like, it's just, over time, things have just gotten so cheap, you know. They've gotten more expensive, but cheaper quality. But that's just the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to use this color. It's like a shimmery cinnamon color. That's my everyday color. It's called Charmed. And we're just gonna go in. I like this color because I have blue eyes and it just complements my eyes. And I like more shimmery colors because I feel like they're more forgiving, because I have what's called hooded eyes and I have to kind of create my own eyelid crease. And shimmery colors are more forgiving in doing that versus matte colors. You know, I used to want to be a makeup artist. I had the train case. I had spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on ridiculous makeup at, you know, MAC, NARS, Benefit, Stila, all these makeup brands. I used to want to do that. And then I wanted to be cut. And then I was like, I don't want to do makeup. I just want to do skincare. I want to be an esthetician. And then none of those happened, and that's okay because I'm a mom who stays home with her kids, and I love that, and I feel very fulfilled in that, and so I'm very grateful for that. Okay, so, I'm sorry, I did that, and obviously it looks a mess, so now we're going to blend it out and make it look even. So I go into this, it's called Daisy Dream. It's like an orangey, like an apricot color, which it seems silly to go in, but just you'll see what it does. I'm going to blend it out. So I'm just gonna put it on the very top of that and blend it in with like the rest of my eye. And this is a different brush here. This is a blending brush. Here we go. I'm just doing windshield wiper. See how much better that blends in compared to this one? This is a crease brush by Royal and Langnickel. This was a Amazon purchase. And then the first brush I used was just a Revlon brush that I got at Walmart like many, many years ago. So don't discredit drugstore brushes. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go in and do this one now. I wonder if I can do it with the camera. No, I can't. Okay, so we're just going in to blend that. I wear a lot less makeup now than I used to. Oh my word. It's so embarrassing looking back at pictures of me in my 20s. Oh. I would do nightclub makeup at work. It's, oh, looking back, it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing. But in my defense, it's because I just loved to do makeup. I wanted to be a makeup artist. So I looked at every day that I went to work or wherever I did, it was like, oh, it's practice. Okay, so that's that. And with the same blending brush, I'm going to go into this light color called Girl Boss. Right there, it's like a vanilla color, and I'm going to lightly tap in there. And this is a trick that I've learned on myself many years ago. I just go in like a circular motion right here in the inside of my eye. And it kind of helps to soften the look. There we go. And I kind of go over in the middle. But I'm just kind of going like in a circle here. I hope you could see that. And if I use too pink of a color or too peach of a color here, it would look horrible. You have to find the right color. I have to find the right color. See, it just kind of, I don't know if you could tell, it just kind of softens the look. My son's upstairs playing the keyboard right now. If you hear him singing, that's what that is. And I also go under. And now I don't put anything under my eyes because of my eyes. I have hooded eyes. I prefer to just bring everything up. I don't like to put anything under my lids. I haven't worn mascara on my lower lashes since I was probably in high school. And I don't do eyeliner or even eyeshadow on the bottom. I just keep everything on the upper part. My whole goal is to open the eye, not drag it down. Okay, so that's my eye makeup. Now, one thing I've been doing lately is I've been doing, because it doesn't add too much more time, is this NYX Epic Ink Liner. So I just shake it. It's like a, how do you do it? There we go. Do I do that? Yeah, like a felt tip type thing. And I just shake it. And this is in the color, I used to do black. I don't do black eyeliner. I haven't done black eyeliner in years. Milk chocolate. I'm just shaking it. And this is where I'm going to do like a cat eye. So with my eyes particularly, especially I'm more mature skin now, and also because of my hooded eyes, I just go to like the outer half of my eye. And I'm going to kind of keep your eye open. Don't close your eyes for this. And I'm just kind of making, I don't know, a line that goes from here, and I'm kind of drawing it out, directly out. And then I'm going to just fill this in to create a kind of a subtle cat eye, I guess you could say. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So once again, I don't even go halfway to the eye. I'd say it's like the outer, not quite 3/4, a little between 1/2 and 3/4. And I'm gonna just lightly go out to the very corner. Hi, honey.
Hi.
The thing too, I don't ever want to make the line too thick, because if I do, it just makes my eyes look smaller. So you want to, personally, the way I like it is a nice solid line, but not too thick. When I do my makeup, I really try not to like create lines. It's one thing I've been mindful of over the years, and it's really helped. I don't have as many forehead wrinkles and lines. I really try to like, yeah, I try not to crease my forehead. So eyeliner's done. I kind of have a little bit of a mini cat going on, mini cat eye. I don't know if that's what you want to call it. Now, the icing on the cake, and I used to hate mascara. I hated it because I could never find the right mascara for my eyes, because once again, I have hooded eyes, and I really, like I don't have very long eyelashes. And I hated mascara because it would either glob up or it just never worked right. So this is what I've noticed, okay, for hooded eyes and small lashes, almost like Asian eyes. I have kind of like Asian eyes and lashes too. I noticed that. So what I did was recently I looked up good mascara for Asian eyes. And I found this number. It's called Kill Lash Waterproof. I've been using waterproof mascara for like 12 years because that holds the curl better, okay? So that's number one. Use waterproof, it holds curl better. And number two, it's all about the wand. Now with little eyes, you want a smaller wand. The big, bulky wands just don't work. They don't work for lashes like this. But I was like, okay, I'll give this a try because this had good reviews on Amazon. It's the Kill Lash. And it's small. So let me show you. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my sink, and I'm going to run hot water, and I'm going to run this under hot water to get it warm. So I'll be right back, okay? Okay, so after I get it, run it under hot water, I'm just obviously going to dry it off. While it's still warm, I'm going to go in and curl. And sometimes I don't have the patience to wait for the water to run warm or hot, so I just warm it up in the palm of my hand, or I'll like kind of breathe on it, but just to get it a little warm. but this takes it even up a notch. We're gonna go in here and I'll show you how I do my mascara. I'm just going in and I don't really like the way I curl them. That's okay. I'm just lightly going up, and then I kind of even wiggle it through, wiggle the one through. Once again, I try not to raise my eyebrows because I don't want to create wrinkles, deep set wrinkles in my forehead. I've been refraining from doing that for as long as I can remember. All right, so that's one coat. I can go in for two. I do usually just do one, but I'll go for two today just for fun, I guess. I've always just been a one coat kind of girl because I kind of prefer a more natural look, and things have always gotten clumpy and I hate that, so. Okay, I'm gonna go do the same thing. I'll be right back, okay? Oh, that was a good curl. Way better than the other eye. Okay. I'm gonna get a little closer here. Hopefully you can see that. I know the reviews on this, I don't know that they're tremendous. I don't think they're terrible, but they're not tremendous. But you know, everyone, it's subjective to your eyelashes, to the way you do things. I think a big complaint people have is they can't remove it at the end of the night. But I use a cleansing oil before I wash my face, and I have no problems with removing it. So I feel like people that have issues with it must not be using a cleansing oil. So maybe if you try that, or if they tried that, it would really help. All right, I'm done. The last thing I'm gonna do is lip color. I have to go to my purse for that. My favorite lip balm of all time, the Blistex SPF 50. You know, when you try so many things over the years, and you just find what works. I don't like scented stuff. I gag at the smells of, oh, I can't do scented cosmetics, especially lips. So these are the things that I use. This is my summer makeup at least. So this is a CoverGirl. This is called Made for Peach. It's like I think it's like a balm. I don't like lipstick at all. I prefer balms. I don't even like lip gloss anymore. I don't like the stickiness. I just like balms, like a lip balm. And I do have kind of peach undertones, so I find that this kind of toasty, warm peach color really suits my skin tone, because having the right color can really affect how things look. You gotta find the right undertones for your makeup. Okay, just do that. And it's a two-step process here. I use the Maybelline Baby Lips. I've been using this for, I don't even know how long, probably 15 years, probably. Been buying the same thing. It's like an apricot or peach color. I don't even know what the color is. Dr. Rescue. And I go over that because it gives it more like it subdues the color a little bit. And that's it. So one thing I actually forgot to do was blush. Sometimes I don't do it. I do really forget to do it a lot. But I'll show you the blush I use. This is a Milani Luminoso. And it's like a warm peach color. Not peach. I don't know. Yeah, peach, I guess. So I use this kind of contoured brush. One thing about brushes, you don't have to use them for what they say you do. Just use it for, you can get creative with brushes. That's all I'll say. So I start here, I go up high, and I kind of work it in a circle going downward, because the whole goal is to bring everything up. So if I take this too low, it looks like my face is drooping. So we just want to have it up high. And I even kind of go over here, and I'm doing this with the camera, so hopefully it's coming out okay. Once again, I dip it again. I always go like that. We go high, and I go in a circle going down. There we go. And then I just kind of blend it into the hairline like so. And if I ever feel like I go in too heavy-handed, I have an even larger blending brush that I'll use to kind of blend that in. But there we go. So that's my blush. I keep it really high, very, very high. I almost kind of don't let it go below. There's like a quadrant that I kind of imagine it. It's like an imaginary quadrant here that I like to kind of keep it in. That way it lifts the face rather than dragging it down. You have to be mindful of all these things as you get older. So anyways, okay. I hope that's helpful. That was my hooded eye 40-year-old makeup routine. It doesn't usually take me that long. But you know, 30 minutes, that's a little ridiculous. Sorry. I hope that didn't bore you too much, but I hope that's helpful. Brows they're okay. They're not the worst. They're not the best. See, I feel like, I hope that's helpful. And if you have any questions, please ask me. I'd be happy to help, to let you know what products I use, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.